Good morning. Guys, it's week 2. I'm like so excited. It's week 2. If you don't have Energize, I just got to say it's 35 minutes this week. So I need some energy juice. I've been up since 4:15 this morning because my husband has to wake up at that time all week. So I was like, why not? YOLO. Might as well add some more time to my morning so I can really slow down and soak it all in and just dive in with intention. And so I love this quote by George Lorimer. You've got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. You've got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. We are in chapter 4, and the chapter title is, Why Did You Even Wake Up This Morning? Why did we wake up? Why are we here? And so I'm really excited to dig into this chapter with you because I know that mornings are hard for a lot of people. I know that that's not an easy habit to create. And so much of it is because I think we psychologically make it something that we dread. Just early hours, nobody really likes to do it. And so I'm excited to go into this chapter with you. But can I just say real quick, can we just do a quick pause? This weekends are hard. Some of you nailed it. Some of you maybe fell off track a little bit. And this is where, we've mentioned grace at the very beginning of this. Of course, we want to give as much as we can to this challenge and just commit to that 21 days to the best of our ability. And, but life happens. And I and Brittany, we don't want you guys to get stuck in shame. We don't want you to stay stuck in guilt. That's a pit that is not going to produce life. It's not going to produce the motivation to move forward. So what I want you to do is just learn from it. A failure is never a failure if you learn from it. And a failure is never a dead end. It's a detour. And so I want you just to look back and say, okay, where did I fall? Why did I fall? And how can I armor myself better the next time? When I battled binge eating disorder, I had to sit down and study myself, study my pattern, study my triggers, study my thinking. And I had to literally be teachable, a student to my own self. And so move forward. It's a new day. God's mercies are new every morning, so put them on yourself and just have this determination to crush today. All right, unpause. Now we're going back into this book. So listen, you snooze, you lose. We hear this quote all the time, and it's so unbelievably true because there are things in the morning that you can experience that the whole world misses out on. And so if we are always hitting that snooze button, it's almost like we're resisting life. It's almost like we're saying to God, like, I just don't want to be alive right now. Like, I'd rather be unconscious than living life successfully and really making a difference. And so if you're always thinking, oh no, it's time already, I have to wake up, I don't want to wake up, it's as if you're saying, I don't want to live my life, at least not to the fullest. And that's a very bold remark. That's a very bold statement that Hal makes, but it's true. A lot of people who suffer depression, they wake up with dread in the morning. I'm a licensed counselor on this side, and I see this. And the tone of your morning, the attitude of your morning absolutely sets the stage for the tone of the rest of your day. And so if you wake up like, oh crap, I don't want to be awake right now, you are not going to be that excited the rest of the day. And it's really hard to snap yourself out of it. And so if we can begin with the way that we speak, our words are so powerful, and really looking at what thoughts are we thinking, you can really change the way that you approach how you wake up in the morning. Because if you change how you wake up, you can literally change everything. So he says, if you're just snoozing every day until the last possible moment, you have to head off to work or show up for school or take care of your family, then I have to ask you, when are you going to develop yourself into the person you need to be to create the levels of health, wealth, happiness, success, and freedom that you truly want and deserve? When are you going to actually live your life instead of numbly going through the motions, looking for every possible distraction to escape reality? What if your reality, your life, could finally be something that you can't wait to be conscious for? That's a really big paragraph, but man, it's powerful, right? And so there's no better day than today for us to give up who we've been to become who we have been created to. And man, I don't know if he's a Christian, so let me just plug God in here. It's not about deserving anything. It's not about you creating your own life. It's about becoming the women that we have been called to become. It's about being the woman that God has already called you to be. He has plans for us. He has goodness for us. And we can't serve him to our utmost or fulfill those plans that he has if we're trying to be unconscious all the time. Am I right? And so he goes into how much sleep do we really need? I know I'm already at like 5 minutes, but I'm just going to tell you this part really, really quickly, because he has found that our sleep isn't just affected by biology, but it's actually affected by our own personal beliefs. So I'm just going to summarize this because it ends up being a self-sabotaging prophecy. If you go to bed and you're like, oh, shoot, I'm only going to get 4 hours of sleep, I'm not going to wake up with enough sleep, you are speaking that into truth. You are going to wake up with less energy. You're not going to be very excited to be awake. But if you go to bed, even if you're about to get only 4 hours, which is like my husband, right? I have to tell him, like, honey, psych yourself up, say it differently, be like, oh, 4 hours, that's more than enough time. I'm excited to wake up in the morning. You can wake up in a better attitude, waking up completely believing that you have energy. And he did actual studies with this mentality of how do you speak it into truth? Because if you convince yourself 4 hours is more than enough sleep, you will wake up completely content with 4 hours of sleep. And he did that study even telling himself that 9 hours of sleep was not enough. And he'd wake up after 9 hours and still feel very tired. And so much of it is how you speak. So can we practice that tonight when you go to bed? Whatever the amount of hours are that you're going to get. If you're a mom and you're waking up in the middle of the night with your kids, tell yourself, I still got more than enough sleep. See if it changes something. So check out the questions above this video, and let's dive into this week with intention, with purpose, with passion, and determination.